Hey, it's Austin James. Yes, I'm living with diabetes, but it doesn't have to define me. Thanks to the Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor, I get real-time glucose readings throughout the day. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor is small and easy to wear, giving me the freedom to focus on my life as a parent and a musician. Now this is progress. You can get a free sensor at freestylelibre.us.
Offer available for people who qualify. Visit myfreestyle.us to see all terms and conditions. Certain exclusions apply. Data on file. Abbott Diabetes Care. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
Time to move? Skip the hassles of selling during the holiday season and sell your home directly to Opendoor. Request an all-cash offer in minutes, close, and get paid in days. You can even pick your close date so you can move after New Year's. Start your move at opendoor.com or download the Opendoor app. Opendoor is represented by Opendoor Brokerage Inc., license 02061130 in California, and Opendoor Brokerage LLC in its other markets. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Optimal Health Daily. You probably need more sleep by Tonya Lester of TonyaLester.com, and I'm your narrator, Dr. Neil. Hey there, happy middle of the week Wednesday, and welcome to another edition of Optimal Health Daily, where I read some of the best blogs covering health and fitness, just like an audiobook, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. And every week, on Wednesday, I like to share a little bit of inspiration with you. So with that, here we go. Quote, "The groundwork of all happiness is health." Lee Hunt. All right, and with that, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. You probably need more sleep by Tonya Lester of TonyaLester.com. You probably already know that you should be getting more sleep. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends adults get at least 7 hours of sleep, and more than a third of Americans rarely reach that mark. But the actual amount many need to feel truly rested and healthy is 8 hours, and you might need as much as 9 hours. Moreover, sleep can often feel less important than other valuable self-care. For example, getting up early to exercise, or staying up later to enjoy some downtime after a hectic day. So should getting consistent quality sleep come first? Yes. Sleep is the bedrock of both physical and mental health. In his book, Why We Sleep, Unlocking the Power of Sleep and Dreams, neuroscientist Matthew Walker writes the following, quote, "Amazing breakthrough. Scientists have discovered a revolutionary new treatment that makes you live longer. It enhances your memory and makes you more creative. It makes you look more attractive. It keeps you slim and lowers food cravings. It protects you from cancer and dementia. It wards off colds and the flu. It lowers your risk of heart attacks and stroke, not to mention diabetes. You'll even feel happier, less depressed, and less anxious. Are you interested?" End quote. If a pill offered the same benefits we get from sleep, we'd take it, no question. Many people think they're part of the population who need 6 hours or less of sleep. But since research shows that less than 1% of the population has the magical short sleep gene, it's best to assume you aren't part of that rarefied group. This population also reports great moods and consistent energy, lucky ducks. Because insomnia and anxiety are intrinsically linked, you may be hearing this thinking, I'd love to get more sleep, I just can't. Sleeplessness and anxiety are close companions. Anxiety causes sleeplessness, and sleeplessness exacerbates anxiety. I can relate. I've struggled with sleep since childhood. Once I started sleeping consistently, it made such a difference with my anxiety, energy, and ability to focus that I've been a sleep evangelist ever since. One of the questions I ask anyone struggling is, how are you sleeping? There are many valuable checklists that outline the best sleep hygiene practices, but here are the 4 tactics you may not have tried that have made the most significant difference for me and many of my clients. 1. Focus on your transition to sleep. It's best to have a consistent wind-down routine that doesn't involve screens. For me, it's a shower, tea, and reading. For you, it might be setting out tomorrow's clothes, light stretching, and meditation or prayer. Decide when you will start winding down, and then set a reminder alarm to help you get started. Figure out what you like best, and then stick to it like it's your religion. I'm so attached to a particular type of tea that I keep a box of it with my luggage so I don't forget it when I travel. 2. Start a worry journal. If your mind starts to spin at night, keep a worry notebook by your bed. As part of your bedtime routine, write down every single troublesome thought. Let it be an exhaustive list. If you start ruminating once you've settled into sleep, remind yourself that all your worries are on the list, and you'll think about them more in the morning. Very often, the simple act of writing concerns down gives us the distance we need to let them go for the time being and get some rest. 3. Go to bed earlier. Try to add sleep by going to bed earlier instead of sleeping later. Most people have a hard start time in the morning, whereas evenings are often more flexible. Also, our mood tends to decline throughout the evening. Many people, especially those dealing with depression, have the lowest mood at night, and because our willpower dwindles as we get tired, we might try to soothe ourselves in ways that worsen our problems. Think of times you've acted out and said something you regret. Chances are you were overstressed and overtired. Most substance abuse, binge eating, compulsive shopping, doom scrolling, and unproductive arguing happens at night. If you go to bed earlier, you might save many regrets. And 4, take a nap. People are often shocked when I suggest they try to schedule a nap in their day. It says a lot about our overworked go culture. Laying down for 30 minutes during an otherwise productive day feels subversive. Of course, there are many jobs where even putting your head down on your desk, let alone stretching out, is impossible. But if you can rest your eyes and mind in the middle of the day, even if you don't fall asleep, your afternoon will be transformed. Another benefit of napping is that it removes some of the anxiety of ongoing insomnia or a restless night. You've probably had the experience of stressing so much that you aren't falling asleep, that the stress itself keeps you awake. If you know you've scheduled time the next day to nap, you'll feel less anxious about being awake, which will help you fall asleep. High-quality, consistent sleep is powerful medicine. Taking control of your sleep schedule and prioritizing rest is the next right step toward improving your physical and emotional health. Quote, "The best bridge between despair and hope is a good night's sleep." Matthew Walker from Why We Sleep, Unlocking the Power of Sleep and Dreams. You just listened to the post titled, "You Probably Need More Sleep" by Tonya Lester of TonyaLester.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. When you're hiring, it feels amazing to finally close out a job search. But what if you could get rid of the search and just match? You can with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster, and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
The holiday season officially starts when you get that first card in the mail. Shutterfly makes it easy to add more meaning to the everyday with hundreds of holiday card designs that can be personalized in seconds with your favorite photos from this year. Select your greeting, customize the color, and even add little extras like personalized foil to make a holiday card that really shines. Enjoy 40% off with code SMILE40 at Shutterfly.com and send something meaningful this year. See site for more details.
Dr. Neil here for my commentary. I've always been amazed by those that can sleep less than 7 hours a night and still function. I'm one of those that needs at least 7 hours a night. I'm basically useless if I get less than this. Now, there's no need to lose sleep over the fact that you may not be getting enough shut-eye. If we start to stress about it, and just as today's author, Tonya Lester, described, if we start to stress about our lack of sleep, it's going to affect our ability to sleep. So instead, just pick one of the tips for getting better sleep today's author shared with us. No need to try and incorporate every single suggestion. That would feel overwhelming. Just pick one and give it a try. A real, honest try. Give yourself time to adapt to it. I'd say at least a couple of weeks, if not a full month. If it doesn't work, then try something else. In my experience, I found two things to be super helpful when I can't fall asleep. One, a tip from the famous psychologist Viktor Frankl. If you're having trouble falling asleep, take the pressure off of yourself by trying the opposite. Try to stay awake for as long as possible. I know it seems weird, but it works. Two, when I'm tired of using that tip, I use something else. I try and come up with as many words as possible that start with the letter Y. I can't take credit for this tip. Matt Fraser talks about this technique when he's working out. I've just found it's great for preparing my mind for sleep. So, again, experiment, give it an honest try, and see what works best for you. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sharing this show with someone. That's, again, one of the best things you can do to help keep this podcast going. Simply showing it to someone else and getting them to follow or subscribe really goes a long way. So, again, I thank you so much for doing that. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.